Welcome! This is Solopreneur Success Strategies, where we talk about mindset, your website, your brand, your social media marketing, your customers, how to sell to your customers, how to find your customers, how to talk about the skills and knowledge you need in your business, and free software and tools to help you save time, money, and be more productive, as well as strategy and systems here on Solopreneur Success Strategies. Welcome! Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. And today it's Mindsets Monday, and we've been talking about the mindset traits of the entrepreneur. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband, our structural engineering firm in Western Canada. And about 3 years ago, I came onto the internet to help others start their own business. And we have been talking about the mindset of the entrepreneur. We've had a few months of talking about positive attitude of the entrepreneur, passion of the entrepreneur, action taking of the entrepreneur, embracing change as an entrepreneur, being determined and persistent as an entrepreneur, being willing to take failure as feedback, and knowing your big why and your big picture, and having the patience to be an entrepreneur but also be an action taker, to keep a balance between the two of them. And we've had a few episodes on the willingness to learn and how to learn, how to have the ability to learn what you need to know as an entrepreneur. And today we're going to be talking about the willingness to listen. And the other attribute is the willingness to share with others, which we'll talk separately on. And so for those who don't know me, I believe that imperfect action is better than no action. So we're going to continue on no matter what things I may do or mumble. And as I mentioned, we've been having a look at all these features of the mindset of the entrepreneur that keeps them strong against the challenges of being an entrepreneur, including positive attitude, passion, being action taker, being able to embrace change, being persistent, taking failure as feedback, knowing your big why, your big picture, having the patience to not take action too quickly. And we've also looked at the willingness to learn and new things as we move on in our entrepreneurial life. And today it's all about the willingness to listen. Now, this would be for the individual today, and then another time we'll be talking about the willingness to listen in terms of other factors. So we'll have a few episodes on the willingness to listen as a trait of the entrepreneur. So relationships in your business are based on reciprocity. This is obvious to most people and also to most business people. But what is the ratio of your giving and taking when you are in a discussion with another person, talking to another person, listening to another person? What is the ratio? Are you always taking? Does it appear to the other person that you talk and never listen? In a good relationship, there's always a dialogue. There's always give and take. So you should always strive to listen more than you talk. To be recognized as a good leader, certainly being the ability to listen to others and understand what they're saying, whether or not you agree with it, is an important feature of a leader in business. So emotional intelligence was defined originally in 1990. And one of the traits of having emotional intelligence is of course, being able to listen. So emotional intelligence is commonly described as the ability to perceive, evaluate, and manage emotions in others and ourselves. So many experts consider it to be more important and a better indicator of your success than someone's IQ. And so why would that be? Because your ability to manage yourself and others is dependent on your emotional intelligence. For example, you could try these techniques to develop and increase your emotional intelligence. And of course, these will, of course, be ways that you can define emotional intelligence. So if you're emotionally intelligent, you accept responsibility for your emotions and actions, and you realize that outside influences don't determine your emotions and behaviors, you do. You can view things from a different perspective and choose how you'll respond. For example, if you having a negative episode with someone, you have to take a pause and think about what is happening and why you should not be continuing on in this negative way, and respond in a more positive way and figure out what the solution might be if there's an error or something that's happening. So work on your listening skills. That's an important feature of being an entrepreneur, as well as being a good person with high value of emotional intelligence. Being able to listen is a valuable skill, whether or not it's just to physically listen to someone else when they're talking and understanding what they're saying. But you will also be someone, if you keep on with your listening skill, who'll be able to understand the subtext of what that person is saying. For example, if that person says, I don't really want to do that, then you have to, whatever the chore or thing you want them to do, then you have to ask yourself, well, why is that? And ask further questions as to why they really don't want to do it. It may be something very simple, like they don't know how to do it, but you can't just take statements on the basic level of what they're saying. A lot of times there's reasons behind what they're saying, so you have to be able to listen and listen well and listen and understand the subtext. If you force yourself to focus 100% on whoever you're interacting with, you will probably find you're in a better position to notice and evaluate what they're thinking and feeling. And of course, if they understand that, then they will also respond well to you because you're actually listening to them. Because it isn't as easy to hide one's emotions, but you still have to pay attention to what someone else is saying and try to the more information you have, the better you can respond. Develop self-awareness of yourself, and then few of us monitor our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Certainly we all do monitor our weight and also what a TV schedule we're looking forward to, or whatever other kinds of things we monitor, but who actually sits back and asks yourself, how am I feeling at this time and why? This is an important trait. So ask yourself throughout the day what you're feeling. Is the way you're feeling negatively affecting your choices of what you're actually doing? If you're feeling stressed about doing something, that may negatively affect about whether you actually do it. And of course, that's all about procrastination, which we don't want to do. So you always have to ask yourself, why are you feeling the way you are feeling? And maybe there's some negative ideas behind it that you have to think about and think, well, okay, I'm going to ignore those negative feelings because those are just because I want to do something else other than what I'm doing, or there's other reasons why you're feeling negative about your choice. Are you choosing your behavior in an intelligent manner or allowing others to push your buttons? For those of us who are a bit more emotional and could say passionate or maybe uncontrolled, sometimes it's good to take a pause before responding to someone else. So keep the focus on responding, and those with lower levels of emotional intelligence react rather than respond. And responding requires thought and consideration. So count to 10, and when you respond, you're making a decision. Reacting is more like a reflex. I think that would be a good quote. Don't. There's no thought involved with reacting. It's a reflex, so don't do it. As a leader, And as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to consider your reactions and how you respond to various challenges. Have you ever regretted saying or doing something without thinking it through? Yes. And how would you have handled the situation differently if you had thought first before reacting? Or counted to 10, as some people say. That might be a good way to stop the habit of reacting so quickly to negative situations. What can you do to give yourself the mental space to respond more effectively in the future? So take a breath and really listen to what the other is saying in context to the situation. So I think to sum up, we've had a couple of things that you can do. One of the things is you can start training yourself to actually not always be the one talking. There's one. Try and let the other person talk, which sometimes can be difficult for me, I know. And then listen to what they're saying and respect what they are saying. Even if you don't agree with it, you can certainly listen to it. And then, of course, try and figure out what might be behind what they're saying, if it's something negative, and respect that there are subtext to what they're saying. And then, of course, there's the reacting versus responding. Try and take a breath or count to 10 before you find that you're going to react negatively to a situation. And then you can respond in a more intelligent way rather than reacting with your emotion. And there you go. So this is all about the willingness to listen, being a trait of an entrepreneur, and being able to understand what another person is saying, and being able to absorb what they are saying in order to understand even more where they're coming from. And if they aren't coming from where you want to be, well, that's fine. You just respect them and don't respond negatively to whatever they are saying or emotionally, and try and take a breath and count to 10 and figure out how you two can negotiate rather than being in an emotional situation. So next time we'll be talking about the willingness to listen in terms of overall to your target market, for example, to say the crowd, to your audience, to your customers. Today this was about if you're in a situation with another person, try and be more patient and take a breath. So if you want to develop your success mindset, you can with my free ebook trainings at jgtips.com/smindset. You're welcome to use those trainings to develop your more positive and successful mindset. And you can subscribe to my Solopreneur Success Strategies channel at jgtips.com/YouTube. On that channel, I haven't quite got the different days into different channels yet. So on Monday, it's Mindset Monday. It's Solopreneur Success Strategies. And then Tuesday is all about your brand messaging and your brand on Get Your Message Out Tuesday. Wednesday is all about world domination, which is about your customer and you and them being part of your tribe. Thursday is all about you being a jack or Jill of all trades and knowing some of the skills and knowledge you need to be an online entrepreneur. Friday is about some of the free software and tools for your business on Freebie Friday. Saturday is all about the systems. On Systems Saturday, the systems that will help you to free up your time and free up your time and free up some money for you in your systems that will automate a lot of your business. And Sunday is all about strategy. and whether it's your business plan or what the future shall bring. As we're coming to next year, we have to start thinking about certain things we might have to take into consideration on our business plan for the new year. Thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner, and you know where I am. Oh, sorry. For those on audio, I'm at jane-gardner.com. Thank you. Thank you for listening. This has been Jane Gardner at Solopreneur Success Strategies. Please go and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs, and also to find out about other programs as well over at jgtips.com/programs. And over there we have a free mindset magazine for you to check out at jgtips.com/mindset offer. So welcome. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you again here tomorrow, as this is a 7-day-a-week show on mindset, your customer, getting your message out on social media and on your website, talking about strategies, talking about business systems, talking about all kinds of things, including the skills that you need as a solopreneur. So please come back and subscribe at jgtips.com/programs. Thank you.